Thank you, devotees. So, the next shloka we are reading 7.9. Punyo Gandaha Prithivyamsta Tejastasmi Vibhavasau Jivanam Sarva-bhuteshu Tapastasmi Tapasvishu. So, Krishna is expanding on this.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhu, to interrupt. Prabhu said we will explain more on the Pranava.
Oh, yes. Very good point. Okay, good point. Thank you.
Sorry, Prabhu.
Pranava Sarva Vedeshu. Correct. Okay, good. Let's do this actually. So I'll share a purport. Someone maybe can read it. Okay. I think this comes in Caitanya-caritāmṛta, I think. Give me 1 minute. I'm just trying to take the right purport. Thank you for patience. I'm just getting the right purport in the. This comes in Caitanya-caritāmṛta. I think I got it. Okay, I think I got it. So you can take Ādi-līlā 7.128. 7.128 you can take Ādi-līlā. Ādi-līlā Caitanya-caritāmṛta 7.128. Can someone read the purport?
Hare Krishna. Translation. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti-yoga Śrīla Prabhupāda. The Vedic sound vibration Oṁkāra, the principal word in the Vedic literatures, is the basis of all Vedic vibrations. Therefore, one should accept Oṁkāra as the sound representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the reservoir of the cosmic manifestation. Purport also, Prabhu?
Yes, correct. Yes, Prabhu. Someone else can read the purport. Yeah, someone else can read. I know you're being a busy father, so I don't want to. If not, I can read. Okay, I can read. In the Bhagavad Gita, the glories of Oṁkāra are described as follows: Śrīmatī a-kāra Brahma vyaharan māmanusparam yaprayāti jandeham sayati paramam gatim. So does everyone have the link or no? So you can track this. I'm sharing the link in the group, in the Zoom, so you can. One can read it. A little long purport, but it's very nice. Worth the effort. Anyone, any volunteers to read the purport?
Yes, Prabhu.
Go ahead, Mataji.
In the Bhagavad Gita 8.13, the glories of the Oṁkāra are described as follows: Omiti ekaksharam brahma vyaharan mam anusmaran yaprayaditya jandeham sayati paramam gatim. This verse indicates that Oṁkāra or Pranava is the direct representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, if at the time of death one simply remembers Oṁkāra, he remembers the Supreme Personality of Godhead and is therefore immediately transferred to the spiritual world. Oṁkāra is the basic principle of all Vedic mantras, for it is a representation of Lord Krishna. Understanding of whom is the ultimate goal of the Vedas. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Vedascha sarvam vidya. Mayavadi philosophers cannot understand these simple facts explained in the Bhagavad Gita, and yet they are very proud of being Vedantis. Sometimes, therefore, we refer to the Vedanti philosophers as Vedantis, those who have no teeth. V means without, and Dante means possessing teeth. The statements of the Shankara philosophy, which are the teeth of the Mayavadi philosopher, are always broken by the strong arguments of the Vaishnavas, such as the great acharyas, especially Ramanujacharya. Sripada Ramanujacharya and Madhvacharya break the teeth of the Mayavadi philosophers, who can therefore be called Vedantis, toothless. As mentioned above, the transcendental vibration Oṁkāra is explained in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, verse 13. Om iti ekaksharam jandeham sati paramam. Being situated in this yoga practice, the supreme combination of letters, if one thinks of the Supreme Personality of God, he will ascend the spiritual planets. If one actually understands Oṁkāra is the same representation of the Supreme, whether he chants Oṁkāra or Hare Krishna mantra, the result is certainly the same. The transcendental vibration of Oṁkāra is further explained in Bhagavad Gita chapter 9 verse 17. Pitahamasya jagata nata data pitamaha pavitram Oṁkāra rakṣāmādhirevacā. The father of this universe, the mother, the support and the grandson, and the of knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. I am also Rig, the Sama, and the Everything. Similarly, the transcendental sound Om is further explained in Bhagavad Gita chapter 17 verse 23. Om Tat Sat Iti Nirdesho Namaste Vidha Smritaha Namaste Vedascha Yajnascha Vidita Pura. From the beginning of the creation, the three syllables Om Tat Sat have been used to indicate the Supreme Absolute Brahman. They were uttered by the Brahmanas while chanting the Vedic hymns and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Supreme. Throughout all the Vedic literatures, the glories of Oṁkāra are specifically mentioned. Śrīla Jiva Goswami, in his thesis Bhagavad Sandarbha, says that in the Vedic literature, Oṁkāra is considered to be the sound vibration of the holy name of the Supreme Personality. Only this vibration of the transcendental sound can deliver a conditioned soul from the clutches of Maya. Sometimes Oṁkāra is also called the deliverer. Tara. Srimad Bhagavatam begins with the Oṁkāra Bhagavati. Therefore, Oṁkāra has been described by the great commentator Śrīla Swami as Tarankura.
Tarankura means Tarayati. So we have Tarakram, right, in our congregation. Santushta Prabhu's son, right? So Taraka means one which Tarayati, which can overcome, which can deliver. So Tara Ankura. Ankura means seed, Tara means delivering.
The seed of deliverance from the material world. Since the Supreme Godhead is absolute, his holy name and his sound by Krishna Oṁkāra are as good as he himself. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that the holy name of Oṁkāra is the representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as all the potencies of the Personality of Godhead. नाम-नामकारि बहुधा सर्वशक्तिस्तत्रार्पितमेव कालः. All potencies are invested in the holy vibration of the holy name of the Lord. There is no doubt that the holy name of the Lord or Oṁkāra, Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. In other words, anyone who chants Oṁkāra and the holy name immediately meets the Supreme Lord directly in his sound form. In the Narada Pancharatra, it is clearly said that the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana personally appears before the chanter who engages in chanting the Ashtakshara or the 8 syllables mantra Om Namo Narayana. A similar statement in the Mandukya Upanishad declares that whatever one sees in the spiritual world is all an expansion of the spiritual potency of Oṁkāra.
Pause here, Madhavi. So, what I want to highlight was it's a little long purport. Please read it. It's a very nice one. But what I want to focus was the there is a verse. If you come down, a-kāra uchyate Krishna sarva-lokaika-nāyakaḥ u-kāra uchyate Radha ma-kāro jīva. So a-kāra uchyate refers to Krishna. He is the Lord of everything. And the u-kāra refers to Radharāṇī, and ma-kāra refers to the living entities. So U is in the center, right? So the ma-kāra of the living entity cannot immediately go to a-kāra artha Vishnu. So he cannot reach the a-kāra. Krishna says Aksharāṇām a-kāro asmi also. So he cannot reach. So the u-kāra is the mediator between the ma-kāra and the a-kāra. This is the meaning of actually Pranava. So it talks about the Jiva, the living entity, the Jiva and the internal potency and the potent Krishna. So this is the understanding of Pranava. So and as you see here, Prabhupada has given so much stress, so much explanation about from the different Vedic scriptures, what is the nature of Pranava, and how if one meditates on Pranava, then one becomes purified. But also needs to be said that Pranava's separate upasana is, I mentioned this many times, is allowed only for the Turiya ashrami is the fourth ashramas. So no, we cannot chant Om, right? Pranava directly like that. There are some schools, there are some meditation schools, they chant Pranava directly, but that is unauthorized. One is not allowed to chant Pranava directly or independently unless one is completely in the renounced order of life. So Pranava has lot of, because it is a bija mantra, bija cannot be said like that automatically. We don't have the intelligence to penetrate into the bija mantra, the bija which is the Pranava. So that is why we usually take shelter of a devata and then ultimately come to the point of realizing Pranava gradually. So if we want to chant something that doesn't have any root, then that is Hare Krishna mantra. So Prabhupada says there is no difference between Pranava and the Hare Krishna mantra. So go through this purport is very nice. It talks about how Oṁkāra is the principle of Vedic knowledge. So it is the complete representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So amongst all the incarnations of the sound, Krishna says sarva-vedeshu, Pranava sarva-vedeshu. So Vedeshu can either mean all the Vedas, but Prabhupada also is saying that Veda also means the sound incarnation of the Lord is also Veda. So of all the sound incarnations of the Lord, then Krishna says, I am the Pranava. So please go through this purport, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'll stop here. Any questions or comments? Thank you, devotees.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.